Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Beauty Pop Podcast. I'm Victoria.
And I'm Jen.
And today we're going to talk about something that we know so many people can relate to, buying crap on Instagram. I am like the queen of suckers when it comes to Instagram purchases. I have pretty much bought in every category. And today we're going to go through some of those purchases that Jen and I have made over the years.
The do's and don'ts of what's good and what's not,
roses and thorns, right? The roses and thorns.
Now, you made me laugh because during the pandemic, that's when it really seemed to kick in for you, all that Instagram shopping.
It was
right?
my new addiction.
Yeah.
It was literally became an addiction, whether it was jewelry or, everything. I literally bought every category. So we'll go through some of the good ones and some of the bad ones. Why don't you kick us off? Do you want to do good or bad first?
Okay,
I've got deliver bad news first or good?
Let's do the goods because the goods I actually have specific on. The bads, I don't know. I don't even remember names because it was garbage. But so when I look at Instagram, like a lot of it has to do with it's less for me about the ads that I get because, they target ads to you, obviously. And I usually
they target me very well. And
they
very
do,
efficiently.
I know. And it's really creepy because you can be talking about something and then the next thing you know, you're getting an ad on it. It's just annoying and weird and Big Brother's watching. But I kind of swipe past the ads. So I don't fall victim to the boots or the shoes. Usually I can swipe through those. But these people that I follow and how the heck I even found them, I don't know. The influencers really, truly do influence me. And it's a testament to that kind of marketing because it does really work. When you see someone holding a product and using a product and it's life-changing and they love it, then all of a sudden you're like, I got to do that too. So
and if it's someone that you already follow.
Yes.
And you sort of have like that trust, coming from their posts and stuff. That's where it really, that is the real power of influencers. That is like, that gets me. And there aren't too many of them. I usually just am so basic that I fall for the ads. But sometimes there are influencers that I really do like. And then if they say something, I'm like, all right.
I like this because I don't fall for the ads. You do the ads and you don't fall for the influencers. I always fall for the influencers. So my top products, I'm going to start with the one that I love. And I just went nuts and bought 2 more of these. Do you know about the Stanley Cups, Victoria?
No.
Okay.
I know the Stanley Cup hockey because you know,
and I love hockey,
fans,
but this has nothing to do with hockey. Stanley is a brand that does these cups and they do all kinds of stuff. I think they do a lot of outdoor and camping stuff. Like, please, that's not my vibe at all. I actually start to panic when I don't have water with me. And I love ice water. And you know this, I love a straw. And I also love a really cute cup. You gave me an adorable cup for Christmas one year that was all bedazzled. Christmas last year, there was all bedazzled.
I copied J-Lo.
Yeah.
In fairness, J-Lo has all those bedazzled cups. And I was like, I think Jen needs one of those.
Because I constantly travel around. Like I have my big ugly orange cup that look at it. It disappears behind me. But I love a cup. Now, a lot of times what's wrong with the travel cups that you have, that you buy is that for me, they're kind of small. Like you hand me a glass of water, I'm pounding that sucker. I drink like a camel. It's the one good thing that I do for my health. Like every single day, I drink a ton of water, not because I'm doing it because I have to or to check a box. I just love to drink water and I love to have it around me. I freak without it. So I was
actually concerned that the glittery cup that I gave you was too big.
No, it's small actually for me. So
was
I
it like
take
30
that
ounces
cup,
or something? I don't remember how many ounces.
It's actually pretty good size. That's one of my favorite ones because it's actually about a 30-ounce cup. But I want all that water with me. Okay.
So you're like Dina from Jersey Shore when she carries like the 1.5 gallon thing of water with her everywhere.
She might have the Stanley Cup. So Stanley is this, and I saw a couple of people holding this gigantic insulated mug. It's got a handle. It's huge, but the problem with the huge bottles is they don't fit into your cup holder, right? Well, Stanley has the small base, so it fits into your cup holder in the car, but it holds 40 ounces of liquid.
Okay, that's genius, because you're in your car. You're a Californian. You're always in your car. Yeah, that
always
makes sense.
And so one of the things with my big water bottles is I'm always like fumbling around and they're spilling and whatever. So highly recommend. I wrote down the exact name so you can find it. Stanley Adventure Vacuum Quencher Travel Tumbler. And you got to get the 40-ounce size. That's key. It comes with a straw. It also has a top that you can drink out of. So if you don't like the straw, you don't have to, but you can drink out of the top. It's got the vacuum seal. So I've never had it leak out on me, which is
That's
huge.
important. Yep.
And it comes in all kinds of cool colors. So the first one, but the problem is it's so popular and it's got a cult following because of Instagram that they're sold out everywhere. Target released some a few months ago. Those are sold out. The Stanley website sold out. They have no more 40-ounce tumblers. And so I was lucky enough to find one in cayenne, which is like this corally red color. It's cute. But I haven't been able to find any more since. So I've been using this one over and over and over again. Well, I found
Are they made of glass or plastic or
they're
aluminum?
metal. They're kind of like a metal. Yeah, like aluminum is what they are.
So it'll keep it colder.
Keeps it
colder. And they're also easier. And you know what? That's always the best thing to do is because it's easier to keep them hygienic.
Yeah.
Because you
want to keep them clean. And
so many people never even wash the lid. Like it's gross.
These are dishwasher safe. So how many of those reusable cups you can't put in the dishwasher, right?
You can't. Yep.
And this especially when it comes to the lid and the straw, you want to be able to put it in so it can get clean. So it goes in the dishwasher. So super stoked. Right before I went to Colorado a couple of weeks ago, I found azalea, which is hot pink. I found abalone, which is light purple. And I found it at Dick's Sporting Goods. Now, I've never purchased anything from Dick's Sporting Goods, but I do want to tell you, if you're looking
Dick's
for these
has a really great camping section.
Yeah.
Because we just went glamping recently. And so I had to go into Dick's to like buy a few little things. And I was like, wow, this is like a whole, I had no idea because I've gotten sports bras and stuff there.
Right.
But I never knew that they had such a good camping section.
So when the Stanley website fails you and when the Target website fails you, go to either Dick's or REI. They have some in stock and you can get them because they are really hard to find. People are buying these things like out of control. So
isn't it so bizarre that like no one thought to put the small base?
I know.
On a giant pitcher. Like,
and
isn't that
handle.
So weird that no one thought to do that?
It's the handle and the small base that I think is the real game changer, and the fact that you can wash it in the dishwasher. But I highly recommend it. You will not be disappointed.
That's a great tip. I love that.
Yep. Big fan. That's a winner.
Wow. Now, who influenced you on, was there a specific person who had one?
Oh my gosh. I should have written them down. There are like 3 people who have the Stanley Cups on Instagram that I follow. And that's why I thought these things must really be good. And they post links like in the middle of the night when new ones drop because they go fast and like certain colors and stuff. I mean, it's like become a fashionable thing. In fact, I was getting my hair done.
It's very culty. Wow.
It's very culty. I knew I was influenced, but you never think other people are. I walked into the salon and I sit down and the lady who was doing hair next to my cousin who does my hair goes, "Oh, you have a Stanley Cup. Those are so hot on Instagram."
Wow.
So, yeah, it's definitely a cult classic.
I love that. That's fantastic. Although if I buy like one more drinking travel mug thing, my husband might divorce me.
I do have a cup problem for sure. I have a lot of those mugs and cups because they're cute and they're accessories.
Yes. And I recently bought one from Starbucks that's made of recycled ocean glass. So it looks like a pint glass and it has a lid with a straw and it's all made of the like ocean glass that, just people dump out there and it gets tumbled, in the ocean. And so I love that aspect of it because Starbucks is trying to clean up the environment since they've polluted it with all their straws and every cup, little plastic things that you stick in the top of the mouthpiece so it doesn't spill. I mean, all that. So anyway, I bought this one and I'm like, oh, this is a perfect size for iced coffee and, whatever. But the problem though is I'm not in the car that much.
Yeah.
So I keep buying these things thinking that, oh, next time I'm in the car, I'll just use them. And I never really do. But I think I have a 40-ounce one that I got from Bed Bath & Beyond, but it's plastic and you can't put it in the dishwasher and it's kind of a pain.
See,
so I think
hate that.
I should try to get on board with a Stanley. Even if I'm just walking around the apartment drinking it. Because I'm like home. You, I drink a lot of water.
And I use them at home because it keeps the ice frozen longer and it just, keeps everything cooler. So even at home, I'm using them, not just in the car.
Yeah. And I'm not a huge fan of those Yeti ones.
No.
So I don't really,
That's kind of like the poor man's version of Stanley, I think.
And so now I'm going to get a Stanley.
There you go.
So what else do you have for us? Because that's a great one. I don't know.
So that's a great
that?
one. Yeah, actually I can. So my next favorite thing, and you can tell I'm all excited about these things. I actually wrote down the exact title and all this. So have you seen it's Quay sunglasses, but they're spelled Quay, Quay.
Yes. Oh my God. If one more person wears them around me. My sister-in-law just got a couple pairs and I said to her, I'm like, your Quays are gorgeous. She's like, they're called Keys. I'm like, okay, well then they should have changed their name, but they look amazing on her and they're incredible.
Okay.
They're
so
gorgeous.
Here's the tip. So little tiny girls, it's cute because you've got these oversized glasses. But for those of us girls that have the bigger faces, these glasses are great because they make them a little bit bigger anyway because they want that oversized look. So it still looks good on you. You know, the worst thing that you can do is try to buy glasses online and then you come home and you put them on and you feel like John Lennon, right? Because they're just like this tiny and they're not cute. And so I had seen a lot of people try these Quay sunglasses and I thought, all right, I'm going to try it. And I bought my first pair. They're the high Quays, which are pretty much like the standard. That seems to be the most popular pair of sunglasses that they have. And I got it in the gold, of course. And it's really cute. But I started to feel like I needed the prescription because when we first met, the detached retina, even though I had eye surgery, I still need some correction now after that. And so I was like, gosh, it'd be really nice to get these in prescription. Well, it's like Santa Claus heard me. And I think it was last year, maybe a little earlier, they came out with prescription regular glasses and sunglasses.
Okay.
So I thought, all right.
I'm pretty sure J-Lo and I almost said Mark Anthony. No, fast forward, A-Rod. There's so many. J-Lo and A-Rod did their own collection with Quay.
Oh, did they really?
Right before they broke up. Yeah. They had the Alex and the Jennifers. Yeah. It was right before they broke up because Quay has done a lot of, that brand has been on my radar for, I don't know, probably new. 5 or 6 years, maybe more. They've done a lot of celebrity collaborations. They used to have a lot of celebrity models, like a lot of celeb faces that you would recognize have been working with that brand for a long time. So it's not new, but there has been like a recent explosion, and I think it's the Instagram thing. I think it's the Instagram factor.
A lot of girls that I follow, at least a handful, are always posting about these sunglasses. And so when they came out with their prescription line, I'm like, all right, let's try it. And they didn't have prescription sunglasses at first. They just had regular glasses. And Victoria, I get compliments on these glasses all the time. People are like, wow, they're so cute. So my first foray into their prescription was the CEO regular straight lens. It wasn't the sunglass. It was just the regular prescription lens. And what's awesome, what drew me in is that these things are $95. I thought it was like,
I was going to say, I bet they're trying to compete with Warby Parker,
but
because Warby Parker's $90, $95, something like that. Yeah.
And I thought, okay, these things this is just like an introductory price. Cause if you go to any decent glasses place, whether it's in person or online, you're paying
Lens Crafters, whatever, in the mall. Yeah.
If you're
paying a lot.
If you want the anti-glare, if you want the thin lenses, everything's an add-on. And it's like, just from an online site, which was cheaper than my eye doctor, I was still paying like $600 for a pair of regular glasses and sunglasses. So $95 out the door includes blue light protection. It's smudge resistant, scratch resistant. They have the UV protection and they're high index, which means they're lighter. So if you have a heavier prescription, it's a lighter lens, and they have anti-reflection already included for $95. And all you do is you send them your prescription and the glasses come. So, I thought, all right, for $95, it's worth the try. Yeah. I love these glasses. They look so cute. I use CEO. That was the one that I used, but I want to try some additional ones. Every time I have them on, people are like, oh my gosh, where did you get your glasses? They're really, really cute. And so then they came out with the sunglasses and I thought, well, what the heck? I'm going to try those. So I have the prescription Tag Me sunglasses, and they were also $95. And typically if you buy a pair of prescription glasses, they'll give you a free any pair of sunglasses. Usually it's like a buy one, get one kind of deal. So
they do prescription sunglasses too.
Yep. Prescription sunglasses and regular glasses. Sunglasses were launched after the regulars. And so that's why I'm like, I'm going to try them. And now they keep adding more and more. They only had limited styles. And now I just went online just before we started the podcast and they have a ton of styles. And I love the fact that they include the blue light protection, because if you just read the story that came out this week, there's a new study that says all of the blue light that we get from television screens, our phones, computers, that is causing early aging in our faces. So,
absolutely.
If your health is being affected by all of this blue light that we're consuming. So it's nice that they have these glasses available with the blue light protection with no additional fees.
I love that.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to piggyback on top of that.
Do it.
Because after I saw my sister-in-law this summer on the beach with these fabulous oversized, I would say just because it's a frame of reference, everyone understands that Wayfair, the classic Wayfair style.
Cute.
So like an oversized version of it. And it almost looked frameless from the front. And I just was like, oh my God. I was like, Paula, those glasses look amazing on you. Like, holy crap. And she was like, that's when she told me she got them online. I probably saw them on Instagram like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was in the back of my mind. I have a lot of sunglasses. I don't really need more, but I keep buying them. So it was in the back of my mind, like, oh, I wanted to get something else, similar. So I'm on Instagram one day and I see this like very pretty blonde girl, they all look the same, like the white blonde, long straight hair, with like with the little light in front of them, the ring light, like the whole influencer setup. And so, and you made a great point. It's really hard to tell how large a person's face is, when they're on screen, because most of those influencers, they could all be 5'1" and like 100 pounds.
Right. And their faces are just right there. So it's really hard to tell.
You can't tell. And so sunglasses look so different on every face. So I saw this girl and she was talking about, she had these aviators on, and I've been looking I have the standard Ray-Ban aviators, but I'm kind of like, they're boring. I'm over it. But she had these oversized, what looked like black aviators with gold, the gold metal detail. But it turns out it was navy blue. And I'm a sucker for everything navy blue. I love navy blue. And so I went online without even thinking, may have had a glass of wine or two, and I bought them. And
those are cute.
I have a picture. They're like
very
the
nice.
Perfect size. I know we're on camera with each other, but not for you guys because I have
they're
sinus
really
infection.
perfect.
They look really bad, but like they are the perfect size. And I could not believe. And on the inside has all the gold detail.
Wow.
And it was a BOGO sale. So I ended up buying the ones that I wanted. And before I checked out, I didn't even know it was a BOGO sale. And they said, well, you can pick any other frame. Because, sometimes they give you like the cheap ones. You have to pick one that's under any frame on the site. So these were like 100 and something, which is not crazy because I have like Dior and Gucci and like designer stuff that are in the hundreds. These were like in the 100 range. Then, so the second pair that I got kind of mimicked what Paula had from Quay. And I got like the oversized, polarized aviator style, which I wear on the beach. So it's a black matte frame and it has a lavender polarized lens that's a mirror lens. And they're the most comfortable sunglasses I've ever owned.
Yeah.
I could not believe. And so the company is called Diff. It's Diff.
Okay.
It's an Instagram favorite. They're everywhere. The reason that I like them, and I had heard about the brand and had not purchased anything until these two. I love whenever I can. It doesn't happen all the time because I shop at H&M too. But whenever I can, I like to buy from a brand that has some sort of a give back. Right?
Okay.
I love something that's either upcycled or, there's some sort of charity element to it. Diff gives, for every pair of glasses they sell, they give a pair of eyeglasses to an organization that helps underprivileged people get eyeglasses. Because like you mentioned, eyeglasses are super expensive.
Yep.
And so these go to kids, these go to, people from around the world, all different countries, all different charities that they work with. So I really liked that aspect of it as well.
That's awesome.
But I honestly though, I was shocked at how well made these glasses are. Because a lot of stuff that I've gotten, DIFF, like make a difference.
Yeah.
And so I was really surprised at how at the quality and the craftsmanship, because I was not expecting that. I kind of was expecting maybe some more like, kind of disposable,
right?
Like on that end of
the
like,
cheaper stuff.
Yeah, these aren't going to last forever, but they look cute. And so I just, that's been by far my best Instagram purchase. I was fully influenced by a random chick in an ad. Had no idea, had no clue if they were even going to fit my face or if they were going to look good. I figured maybe one of the two pairs would work. Right. And the fact that both of them do was like an Instagram miracle. It was a miracle. That's
really cool. And they're cute too.
They're super cute. And the thing is, so the aviator style is called the Lennox, and then the Wayfarer style is called the Bella 2, with like a, like Roman numeral 2. And they have 1 million colors for every style. So I love it. And I'm sure I'm probably going to buy more of them, even though I don't need more sunglasses.
The price is right.
And the price is great. When you get two pairs for the price of one, like
you can't
BOGOs were made for people like us.
Especially, think about this, especially if you're not doing prescription stuff. I always think about that, like, for instance, with the Quay, with the Quay sunglasses, if I don't want the non-prescription pair, I get them in a style that I can give to somebody else. So then it becomes a birthday gift or becomes a Christmas gift. And everybody loves these glasses. So it's a great idea. Even if you don't want to take advantage of the 2-for-1, Christmas is a coming. You got to get some gifts in the.
It's true. And
box.
You know what? And buying sunglasses for someone else is like really dicey.
I know.
Like that can be super dicey. But the fact that, and I have a large round face, and the fact that I was able to order 2 styles that fit equally as well, that's encouraging. And I feel like this absolutely would make a really good gift. Plus, again, if you have someone on your list coming up, for Christmas, the holiday season, who likes also a charitable bent to something, this is kind of like the way to do it. So that's, I love it, by far my best. And okay, now this is a very recent purchase, by the way. These are not even a month old. So all these years of buying crap on Instagram,
you finally got one.
I finally got one right. I got one. That's it. I mean, I made a list of all the crap that I've bought. Magnetic lashes.
Oh yeah,
remember
I did
that was
too.
like a thing?
Terrible.
Horrible. They're the worst.
No.
Do not work.
No. That was on my list too, by the way, for the negatives. Oh, terrible.
They're the worst. And then the thing is, like, if you have to trim them because they were just too long for my eye. So I ended up I basically cut the magnets off. And then the magnets don't match up. It was a disaster. I just totally
didn't like the little eyeliner magnet stuff. Like, to me, that didn't go. It's funny because I don't have that problem with eyelashes. I have such big eyes that like eyelashes are never long enough. I have to start them at the end and they go like halfway up my eyeball. They never make it to the corner. But I just hated that liquid eyeliner. It was bulky and chunky. And then
I did the liquid. Yeah, I did the liquid, which was like you said, it was very like, it was like putting it was like rubbing a thick mascara along your lash line like it's eyeliner. And that was supposed to make it easier. That was a big goopy mess. But I also did the ones, it's the set of lashes that you put the bottom and the top and they
together.
Connect.
Gotcha. I haven't tried those.
Oh, save your money because they're not cheap. They were like $45 or $50, something like that. They were even worse than the goopy eyeliner stuff.
Oh no.
They were horrific because if you trim something,
you're trimming off the magnet. Yeah.
You're cutting off the magnets. And so nothing actually lines up anymore. It was a disaster. I couldn't even wear them. I ended up cutting them all up in one. Yeah, that was a mess. The other thing, because everyone who knows me knows I hate my eyebrows and it's been like a lifelong journey. So before I did my first microblade session, I tried, there was an Instagram ad for, I think it was called Tat Brow. And it's a liquid pen that's supposed to mimic like the strokes of your brow. And so it's kind of like an eyeliner, but for your brows. And it's like this shaking up, like a permanent marker, like a paint marker. So you shake it up and you hear the little ball in there. And then you're supposed to like draw on these little like strokes of, it's a disaster. I mean, and it doesn't come off easily. Yeah. So like I'm rubbing my face and my brows to try to get this stuff. It was a disaster. So avoid that one too.
Doesn't sound good.
No, I bought a face primer that's supposed to make you look poreless. And I ended up looking full on geisha. It turned it was full on white.
But could you see your pores?
No, that's true.
So
I guess it did deliver on that promise. I mean, it was like, I didn't know what happened. And then I tried it again a second time and I'm like, maybe I just put too much on. Yeah. That was a nightmare. So stay away from, that's when the K beauty thing really hit big a couple years ago.
Yep.
So I fell victim to that one. I've bought 3 LED face masks that I've never used, which I do not believe work.
Yeah.
Unless you buy the one from the dermatologist that's like $1,000.
Way more
and you
money.
Use it for 3 minutes a day or whatever. Like the one Chelsea Handler, if you follow her, she's always got her red,
her red light on.
Red LED mask on. Yeah. So I bought 3 of those, waste of money. And especially if you buy one.
Yeah. AAA batteries. No.
Yeah. If you buy one that's $100, you're not going to get anything from that. And even the one that Kourtney Kardashian sells on Poosh, it's like a face shield.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, it's so great because you can walk around and do everything. Well, you're not doing anything for your skin. You just spend a couple $100 on a face shield. And that's it.
To shine a light on you. I'll piggyback on that with the biggest fails. Yeah. One of the biggest fails on my list is the UV teeth whitener. Did you do that one?
Yes. And you know who I was influenced by? Okay, 2 people. Okay, so we were talking about influencers, right? So there are 2 people that I have fallen victim for their crap products. and they're both from Jersey Shore. So one is Lauren, the situation, Mike, the situation's wife. She did the teeth whitener thing, right? You put the tray in with the blue light and all that. So I bought that whole thing, and it didn't work at all.
No, it does
and then
not
there
work.
Isn't even an address for the company. No, the whole company went out of business.
It's
the whole thing. And then the other thing I bought, it's a total scam. The other thing that I bought was from Ronnie's baby mama, Jen Harley.
Oh, no.
I don't know if this one works or not, but she was wearing, it's like a vest that makes you sweat more when you work out.
Okay. Anything that says it'll make you sweat more, I try to avoid.
So essentially, it's this like fitted black tank top thing.
Yeah.
And on the inside of it is like tinfoil material, like shiny material. So after you do a spin class where you sweat anyway, like she shows the
swampy.
after and she pulls it up and it's like droplets of water and of sweat everywhere. I don't know if it's the tank top or if it's just the fact that I did Soul Cycle.
Right.
Like,
I know.
I don't know. So I have no idea. So I bought that because of her. And I think there was one other thing.
Snooki did that, the UV light too, I think. I'm pretty sure I remember her do it. Everybody did the UV light.
Everyone did it. And none of them work.
It does not work at all. No. And they're like, look at how much whiter. And you're like, I still see your red wine stains in your coffee from this morning. Like, it's not working.
Or it's just they all have veneers. And so you're not supposed to even whiten veneers. Like, they are what they are. Yep. So, yeah. So I'm embarrassed to say that the two people who actually influenced me on Instagram.
Those are like the worst ones. I know.
Losers from Jersey Shore's world. Oh. So what's the worst one that you ever bought?
Okay. So the UV tooth whitener was pretty bad.
That's bad. Yeah.
And I would say, those sleep gummies. You remember those sleep gummies? The sugar something or other.
Sugar bear hair.
Bad.
Those are for the little blue bears,
the little blue bears. I
ate those things like candy, and they were supposed to help your hair grow. They're candy.
They're candy.
Every influencer was, oh my God, everybody with good hair was like, oh, it's because of my sugar bear hair.
It's my collagen. No, I get a much
You're eating
better,
gummy bears. That's it.
Much better result because I just feel better. I don't know if it does anything for my hair and my nails. I like my Vital Proteins collagen that I dump in my coffee every day. I think that's a lot better
legit.
than the gummy bears. So the gummy bears, the teeth whitener.
That's a good, I forgot about that.
And then they always had, I didn't try this, but those, like the bloat teas, I'm sure those are probably terrible. But I have to say this one's the bloat teas. Remember they had like the.
Oh yes. The Kardashians all got sued because everybody like literally couldn't get off the toilet.
I know.
You're just crapping out all of your minerals and nutrients. It's horrible. Oh my God.
You lose
I never
weight,
did that.
But you also have a tapeworm. Woo.
Right.
So I didn't try those.
I didn't do that one. No.
I will tell you though, recently I was influenced to buy one of those face razors, the dermaplanes.
So did you bought like the non-motorized one, right?
Yeah, just use a razor. If you want to shave your face, use a razor because this thing scared the crap
I will
out of me.
say yes. I bought one of those cheap ones, but like from CVS, not from Instagram. And I think we talked about this maybe in our episode 1. Mm-hmm. We were getting ready for the Gracies. And then I had the actual proper dermaflash done with my hydrofacial. So I think I don't know if I told you this. So I recently bought my own dermaflash.
Do you like it?
Love it. And it's rechargeable,
motorized.
It's
okay, maybe I need that because
it comes with a serum that draws all the little hairs to the surface, and it kind of like takes away all like the oil. So like and it's amazing. It's super easy. You literally just hold your skin like it's amazing. Here's the one pro tip that I will give, and I did buy this through Instagram as well. I think I got it from Derm Store. The one thing that they try to make you do, they say you have to do it every week. No. My facialist told me you don't need to do it more than once a month.
Okay.
And you don't need to change the blade every time. Because they want you to keep buying new blades. Right. You do not need to do that. If you're like any razor blade, you do not need a brand new blade every time you shave your legs. And your face, you're not even shaving as much as your leg area. So that's one thing I would say. Don't buy into that BS.
I'll try that.
But the Dermaflash is awesome.
Okay, so that I will try. This dermaplaning tool, I mean, I feel like Edward Scissorhands. I tried. First, you don't want to press too hard because you don't want to end up Scarface. And then if you don't press hard enough, I mean, it was just very complicated and the angles and everything. And I thought this is a big waste of time. So maybe having the electric version.
If you're going to do it, spend the money.
Don't
do the Dermaflash is a couple $100, but just go for it.
Don't do the little dumb one. You'll either cut yourself up or nothing will happen. And I don't know that there's ever a possibility to get the in between. And then those are my fails. The other one I fell for was the FabFitFun box. And I have a love-hate relationship with the FabFitFun box. I bought it. This is so embarrassing. I signed up. And I've now been a member for like 2 years because they had a rose gold hairbrush in it that I wanted. And I just thought it was pretty. So I signed up for the whole box. And here I am 2 years later. And some months it's good. Others it's not. So that's kind of my in between. But I will give you 3 more brands that I love.
Okay.
That I was influenced on Instagram for. Skims, which I know you love too.
Huge Skims fan.
Would have never tried Skims without seeing it on Instagram.
Yeah, that's true.
And I love their body shaping. I love their underwear. Their products are all really good. Yep. I also love Good American. And I never thought I would try it.
I haven't done Good American yet. I've got to get on that. Maybe this fall when I need jeans.
The jeans I did. And I also just bought a dress that has not arrived yet. So we'll see. I'll have a review on that. But
great.
Good so far. And then this is delicious. And your little snack for the day. Have you heard of Nerdy Nuts?
No.
Are you a peanut butter girl? No.
Sure. Yeah.
So Nerdy Nuts, kind of a healthier version of peanut butter. They're small batch.
Okay.
All made by hand. They don't use any weird ingredients, they do use weird ingredients, but not to make the peanut butter. But if you love peanut butter, this stuff is so delicious. And I was influenced by one of the girls that I follow that is big into Weight Watchers. And I know your mom does Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
And she's talking about these Nerdy Nuts. And I'm like, oh my God, this looks delicious. And I love peanut butter. They have so many different flavors. They are small batch. They are a small company. They send you in the box when you order them, like a card about the guy who packed your box for you. I mean, it's really, it's a cool company. And
are they based in California?
Delicious. I think they're in South Carolina or Georgia. Where the peanuts grow.
That would make sense where peanuts grow. I love that because it means it's not ruining the environment more by shipping to California and then shipping to me in New Jersey. So that makes sense. I like that.
What's really cool is that they have the healthy nut, which is peanut butter that has less fat and calories and sugar than normal peanut butters that you buy off the grocery shelf. But then they have their indulgence flavors.
Mm-hmm.
They mix in, like they've got the one that I love comes out at Christmas. It's got dried cranberries and oatmeal in it. Delicious.
Interesting.
They've got ones with cookies and brownies and like all of these crazy flavors, but I would have never known about them had it not been for Instagram. And they're delicious too. So there you go.
I love it. Oh my God.
Well, now you have all these new things to try.
Yes. And my husband is obsessed with peanut butter.
Show him the website.
Nerdy. Is it Nerdy?
Nerdy nuts. Yeah. They have almond butter, peanut butter. They do peanut butter cups. And amazingly enough, they'll send you a jar of peanut butter that has like cookies and frosting on top of it. And it's less calories than the peanut butter at the grocery store. So
interesting. I'm very intrigued by that.
Wow.
Good. All right, Jen for the win. I love it. You have a lot of... See,
I take my shopping seriously.
You do. And I always think of like me being the sucker for all the Instagram stuff, but like I feel like you are more well-versed than I am.
Oh, you're sweet.
With Instagram purchases.
I'll take it.
I love it. So real quick, we're going to do one quick little update, right? So in the last episode, we talked about some of the streaming shows that we like and some of the stuff that we recommend. I had told you, and I've literally told everyone who will listen, that Never Have I Ever on Netflix is by far my favorite comedy since Schitt's Creek. It's my new Schitt's Creek. It is such a good show. It's so funny. It's got adult stuff. It's got the kid stuff. I'm so happy that you like it.
I really do.
The more it goes on, I can't wait to see, are you like Team Paxton or
I don't know. I might be for Ben. I don't know. The poor guy has nobody, but Paxton's hot. So I don't know.
Hot.
I don't know. I don't know what I would do, but I would probably, that would be a tough one. And it's fun because I love Mindy Kaling. I loved the Mindy Project. I actually even went to one of in Los Angeles, they have these really cool, like, I can't even remember what they call it, but it's, the Paley Center brings in TV shows that have kind of cult followings, and they bring the cast out to talk about the show. And so when she was doing the Mindy Project, I actually went to one of those, and it was just fun. She puts together great casts. I think even beyond the creativity of the show, which is awesome, she puts together a really likable, dimensional cast, and she's done it with all the TV shows that she's done. So I'm a fan. I think it's really cute, and I'm excited to see what else is ahead.
And it's not, and don't be scared away by the fact that it's focused on high school kids, because it's not just a teen show, like, at all.
That's what I thought. There's very adult issues actually in it.
Oh, I mean,
you're dealing with kind of a 20-something character. You're dealing with a mom who's gone through a loss. I mean, there's a lot of different elements to the show.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so great. So I'm really happy that you like it.
I like it a lot.
You have such a great sense of humor, and I laugh so hard at that show. And a lot of the lines that I laugh at are the John McEnroe lines as he's narrating. So, and I grew up as a tennis fan, and I love John McEnroe. So it has something for everybody, but it's really creative. And it's nice that there's something that's just different. You know, it's not a cookie cutter, like, typical family with issue. You know, it's a lot of really interesting things. And like you said, it's very layered and there's a lot of dimension to it. Yep. So check out Never Have I Ever, guys, if you have not seen it already. It's on Netflix. You can binge all 3 seasons now. Season 4, the final season, I think, is coming out next year. So anyway, thank you guys for listening to another episode of Beauty Pop. Make sure you follow us on Apple Podcasts so you never miss an episode. All new episodes drop every Tuesday. And you can follow us at Beauty Pop Pod on Instagram, at Jennifer Horn Radio.
On Instagram.
Yep. And at On Air Victoria. That's me on Instagram as well. So we'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks so much for listening.
Bye.